name is Kathy Mason, and I'm the owner of Mason Works. And I'm here today with Tamra Oviatt, and I am so excited to introduce her to you. She's come here for the weekend to do sacred activations. I was lucky to have met Tamra about a year ago when I got to do 12 of the sacred activations. There's now 60 of them, but when I did them, you couldn't even do all 12 of them in one session. They're so incredibly strong. And basically what I'm here today is I want to introduce her to Boulder and to our community so that you can have the gifts of her work. It's quite remarkable, painless, quick, just incredibly succinct. It doesn't take a long time. It doesn't. You don't have to do a bunch of stuff. It just happens, which is what we like. We
Yes,
like that.
definitely.
And it empowers you to go to the next level. So,
Yes.
Wanted to explain and ask a little bit, if Tamra, if you could explain a little bit, if you could tell a little bit about how you came upon the sacred activations and then what they are, so people can understand a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much, Kathy.
Oh, sure. I'm so excited.
Sacred activations came to me when I was in England visiting a gentleman, and I went for a walk and found myself in this beautiful old cemetery, and I sat on a bench and I asked God, I said, why in the hell am I here? Because I knew it wasn't this man, the reason I was in England. So when I asked God that question, I was told to go to the Roslyn Chapel, was the answer I received. So I went back to this gentleman's house and told him and his friend what God told me. And his friend is an amazing spiritual writer and researcher, and he sent me to the spiritual libraries that had this article on the sundial that's located under Roslyn Chapel. So I headed to the Roslyn Chapel. 2 days later I found myself there, and I had one of my clients meet me there. I was sitting in one of the pews. I went up to God and asked God for this energy. And when I did this, God told me to go to the sixth plane, which is the laws of the universe and also the Akashic records, because that's under the laws of time. And when I did this, I was met by this being, and I asked him who he was, and he told me he was Lord Metatron, and he was there to assist me. So we received these activation, which is now called the Lord Metatron activation, and what it does is it activates your 12 strands of DNA. And after this, when we were driving away from the church, Creator told me I was now crystalline. I was to give these activations to others. This is now 1.5 years later, and my life has shifted so much, and I'm watching so many people shift and really become in their power and live the life they're supposed to. They're healing from cancer, they're healing from bipolar disorder, and strokes. I mean, the loss of limb use is now returned.
Wow.
My biggest thing to me was my son. My son was a heroin addict, and for years, and everything I did, and which he allowed me to do, nothing helped him to get over this addiction. And I was driving down the freeway with him. As a matter of fact, it was December 2012. I was driving down the freeway with him and this young girl that was with him, and they were both on heroin. And I asked him if I could do the addiction redirection activation on them and the Christ consciousness activation, and they agreed. So I spent 5 minutes driving down the freeway doing this activation on these two, dropped them off at their destination. Didn't hear from my son really for like another month until he got locked up into jail again, because he was a revolving door because of violation of probation for really just being high. And when I went to go see him a few weeks after he got locked up, he told me he totally shifted and he wanted to get out of where we were living. So in March I took him to Oregon, and now he's with me in Colorado. He's clean off of heroin. His attitude and the trauma and stuff has left him, and he's thriving and growing. But what also really amazed me was this summer, I found myself in that area, and this girl walked up to me in this parking lot in a hotel, and told me that she had had a spiritual awakening and that she'd been off of heroin for 4 months. And that was in June this year.
Wow, and you could do that while you were driving down the road? You're able
I wouldn't
to...
suggest it to anybody, but that was my only chance to work on them, you know?
Oh, because I know I definitely feel these activations, so
Yeah.
I don't recommend driving
No.
while you're receiving them, for
No.
sure.
And all in all of my recordings, it says, do not drive or operate any machinery while doing these activations.
Yeah,
But I was
because it's not-
amazed to witness this
how
young girl
wonderful.
walking up to me. I spent 5 minutes with her, and she was on heroin for years, and she was clean.
Oh, fantastic.
It was just that just makes my heart sing.
Isn't that wonderful?
Oh, so beautiful. Yeah.
Well, we're really lucky that we're Friday night here in Boulder. Tamra's going to be doing some free activations, 3 free ones. And so you can have a taster and see if this is the right direction that your soul wants to use to grow and change and emerge in this wonderful energy time. The 3 activations are the Moses Code,
The Moses Codes,
the Metatron,
the Metatron.
and Christ Consciousness, I think, right?
I don't remember,
Okay.
but they're going to be amazing. And they're going to, even if you can only make it Friday and you can't make it rest of the weekend, it'll be well worth just to get these 3 activations.
Right.
People shift amazingly just from these, but the other activations were really helping you with your relationships and also with your money stuff.
Right, right. So on Saturday there'll be an event here from 9 to 4, and you won't be the same afterwards. That'll be on on relationships. And then on Sunday the event is also from 9 to 4 with a break obviously for lunch that is on abundance and money. And I don't know anyone right now that I know of that wouldn't benefit by coming for the whole weekend and having this wonderful gift. It's really a gift you could give yourself to really be who you really are. Your whole energy field can shift and change just like that over a couple days of sitting in a room with other beings and having your frequencies changed.
Yeah,
So-
and the event is super, super low priced. It's an amazing investment. I mean, it's half of what you would even pay for the downloads off of the website. And you're
Right.
getting them live with me, and I'm doing this because I just want everybody to shift.
Yeah.
Because I'm just so thankful for this work and to be able to help people shift their lives that I'm really thrilled. And
Yeah.
I'm so thankful to be here with you, Kathy.
Oh, me too. The other thing I think is part of the reason Tamra might not realize it, but I think she's here to help us with after the flood. I know that so many people are just getting back on their feet after having really a terrible time of it with the weather and all the environmental changes here, whether it's the energy or the floods or whatever it is. And Tamra's work will really help ground you to earth and to your higher self, and have all of that available to you to express yourself here. So I'm very grateful that she would come at this special time and help us all, and I know that you all will benefit. So please check out the link that's right by this video and join us. It's sacredactivations.com/Colorado events, and hope you can join us.
One more thing, which I haven't really talked to Kathy about. On Friday night, we are really definitely going to be doing something to change your energy and the trauma that you've experienced through this. And we'll also be clearing the trauma from the land. And, yeah.
So this is a healing for Boulder County and for all of us.
Yeah.
So
Because this is also available online if you're unable to make it, and there will be replays available on it.
thank you.
Thank
Hope
you.
you can come play with us.
Bye.
Bye.